These are the best OBS settings for streaming. Start at the video settings and set both resolution options to 1080p. Set FPS to 60, then go to the output settings. Change the mode
What's going on, Flipcast? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name's Creek, and a lot of you guys do ask me, Creekcraft, how do you live stream? How do I do what you do? You can see all around me, there's a lot of stuff on the screen, and a lot of you guys are wondering how I do crazy stuff like this. How do I do that? Whoa, how do I do that while I'm streaming? That's insane. Or how do I do that? Well, look, it's me. I'm up there. That's cool. You can see my entire setup. That's awesome. How do I do that? Or how do I play a sound like this? Or how do I play a sound like this? I'm going to show you guys how to do that in this video. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. Be sure to watch until the end so you learn everything. And let's go ahead and let's hop into this. All right, so the first thing you're going to want to do is download a program called OBS Studio. A lot of you guys probably already know what it is. If you don't, that's fine. Just go on over to obsproject.com or just Google OBS. I'll also have a link to it down in the description, and just download it for whatever operating system you have. I have Windows, so I'm going to click Windows. It's going to go ahead and download, and I'm going to assume you guys know how to install the program. So I'm going to let you guys go ahead and do that. So go ahead and install OBS, and when it's done installing, you're going to open it up, and it's going to look a lot like this. It may ask you if you want to run the auto configuration wizard or the auto settings. You can go ahead and do that. It's fine. We're going to be changing them anyway, so it doesn't matter, but go ahead and open it up. And if at any point you need to rewind this video or pause it, you guys can feel free to do that too. No problem at all. I'm also in Roblox here. I'm just going to be using this as an example game to show how to do all this stuff. So, you know, this works with any game, Call of Duty, Roblox, anything. You want to play StarCraft, that works too, anything. All right, so once you open up OBS, it's gonna look a lot like this little window here, and there's a few things we need to do before we get into anything, and that is we need to go to File, and we need to go to Settings, because we have a lot of settings to mess with. Now, the general settings here, they don't really matter. There's a lot here, and you can play around with it if you want to, but they don't really matter. We're not really worried about it. We're just gonna go on over to the stream settings. Now, whenever you're streaming to YouTube, which is what I do, and that's what I'm gonna show you guys how to do here, you want to go to Stream, and you want to select Service, and you want to choose YouTube/YouTube Gaming. There you go. So then going to ask you what server you want to stream to, primary or backup. I suggest using the primary. If for some reason your stream lags out and disconnects, you can, switch it over to backup, but just use the primary. It works fine. Now, I ask you for your stream key. Now, what is a stream key? So a stream key is basically the key, kind of like a password that lets OBS stream on your YouTube channel. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to get this, but be sure to not show it to anyone, okay? Because if they get it, then they can stream on your channel. So what you want to do is you want to go on over to your live dashboard right here. I'll have a link to this also in the description, or you can just Google YouTube stream key and the link will be there as well. Now, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can see right here, okay, it has the server URL. Don't worry about that. And then the stream key. What you're going to do, you're going to click reveal, and then you're going to copy this, all right, and you're going to paste it in here, and then you're going to click apply. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to show off my stream key because I don't want anyone else streaming on my account, but that's how you do it. It's very simple. Once you get it in here, go ahead and click apply. And let's move on to output. Now, output has two modes. There's simple and there's advanced mode. Now, for the sake of streaming, we're just gonna stick with simple because it doesn't really need to be advanced. We don't really need any of that. Now, this is actually pretty simple, okay? Video bitrate. What is the video bitrate? So your bitrate is basically how many bits are going into your stream. The bigger the number, the clearer it's gonna look, the less pixelated it's gonna look, the more crisp it's going to look, and the lower it is, then the more pixelated it's gonna be and the less crisp it's gonna be. Obviously, though, the higher the bitrate is, the, better internet you have to stream, and the more resources your computer needs to have in order to stream. So you got to have a balance there. So how do you find your bitrate? Let me show you guys how to do that. So what you want to do is you want to go on over to this website right here, speedtest.net. Again, I'll have a link to this down in the description, okay? And what you're going to do, you're going to click go on this website, and it's going to measure your internet speed. There's also going to be some black bars on the screen here because I don't want you guys to see my IP address, but go ahead and click go. And as you can see, it's going to measure your internet speed and all of that, and it's going to put up some numbers, and that's what we need. Now, I have gigabit internet, so I have really, really good internet. Most people probably are not going to have speeds like this, but that's okay. I'm going to show you guys how to do it anyway. I'm also going to bring up Notepad for this because it's a little bit easier to do it this way. So what you want to do is take your max upload speed. So whatever your upload speed was, it's this number right here on the right. Whatever this number is here, you want to write that down in Notepad. So since most people probably aren't going to have 940, we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to say my upload speed is 20. Okay, we're just going to say it's 20. Obviously, yours is going to be different, but just for the sake of this, I'm going to say it's 20. And now what you want to do is you want to divide that number, all right, by 4. Okay, divide that number by 4. So that means 1/4, okay, of my max upload speed would be 5. All right, and 75% of it, or 3/4 of it, would be 15, because 5 times 3, 15. Basically, we want to find 75% of our max upload speed. So 75% of 20 is 15. If your upload speed was 10, then 75% would be 7.5. If it was 100, then it would be 75. You basically want to find 75% of your max upload speed. For me, that's 15. That's what it would be. Now, the reason why we're doing that is because this number right here, your 75%, that is your max bit rate. Okay, do not go over 75%. In my case, that would be 15. And the reason why we don't go over that is because obviously your internet speeds fluctuate throughout the day. Mine are a little bit faster in the mornings, same with a lot of other people's, and they might be a little bit slower at nighttime. So what you want to do is leave a little bit of wiggle room just in case it fluctuates. Now, just because your internet speed or 75% of your upload speed is 15, all right, that doesn't mean we want to go ahead and type in 15,000. Okay, don't do that. Okay, what we want to do now is go on over to the YouTube live encoder page. I'll also have this link in the description, and you want to scroll down to whatever you want to stream at. Now, if your upload speed is below 10, you want to be streaming at 720p. If it is above 10, you can stream at 1080p. Okay, but below 10, 720, above 10, 1080. Now, for each one here, it basically says what to stream at. So if you're going to be streaming at 720, you should stream at 2,250 to 6,000. Or if you're streaming at 1080, you want to stream at 4,500 to 9,000. Okay, so since 75% is 15, all right, as we got here, 15 is bigger than 9. So we can stream at 9,000 here. That's what we can do. So let's go ahead and we're just going to put 9,000 in here because we can roll with that. Now, let's say that my bit rate was, I don't know, 10. All right. And that was 75%. Actually, you know what? Let's say my actual, okay, hold on. Let's redo this real quick. So let's say my max upload speed was 10. All right. 75% of 10 is 7.5, or, in this case, it'd be 7,500. Okay. So that would mean that I would have to stream at 7,500 here maximum. So that means I would take the 7,500 and I would put it in here. Now, if your upload speed was say 5, okay, 75% of 5 is I think like 3.5, which would be 3,500. So 3,500, obviously we would want to be streaming at 720p. So we would pop this right in here and we would go 3,500. Okay, it just all depends on your internet. Just for the sake of this though, I'm gonna go ahead and just put 9,000 again. Put whatever your number is that we just came up with. Now, encoder. Okay, encoder. This is important. Now, some of you guys might have different options here. Me, I have X264, QSV, and NVENC. Now, X264 uses your CPU to encode your live stream, meaning that this option will be the last.
Never use display capture to capture your games if you can avoid it. Only ever use game capture. If you capture games using display capture, it can result in noticeable frame drops in your streams and gameplay recordings. Never use display capture to capture your games if you can avoid it. Only ever use game capture. If you capture games using display capture, it can result in noticeable frame drops in your streams and gameplay recordings. Never use display
Today, I'll be showing you guys the easiest way
Make your OBS Studio streams or videos less laggy by doing this one single thing. When you are at OBS Studio, you want to right click anywhere really on the screen, and then this will pop up and disable your preview. This will make so your
Every streamer wants their stream to look crystal clear without any lag. The only problem is the settings are super complicated and hard to understand for normal people. So that's why in this video, I'm going to reveal to you the best stream settings to use in OBS Studio that turned my stream from being a laggy PowerPoint presentation that had me looking like a Minecraft character to a nice, smooth, crystal clear professional stream. And the reason why most people don't get their streams to look this nice is because they don't know the exact settings to use. So whether this is your first time in OBS Studio or you've been streaming for a while, these settings will apply to anyone who wants the best video quality for their streams. First thing we need to do is open up OBS Studio. Duh, it's in the title. If you're wondering where I got this dope starting soon graphic, it's actually in my streamer starter pack, which is in the description below. But we want to go to the settings in the bottom right corner, so click on settings, and then we're gonna actually skip general and appearance because it doesn't really matter. We're gonna go straight to stream. Then from here, we're going to connect our Twitch account or whatever thing you're using here. So in this case, I have my Twitch account connected with this button. And a cool thing about connecting your Twitch channel